Hey, what's up, Dean? Zero Performance Shop, and working on the Nova today. Got some parts coming for Ryan's car, so figured I would jump over here. And the first thing I noticed, took out I have all the parts that a subscriber recommended, a reviewer, I don't know. So these are the accelerator pump cams, I think is what they call them. Yeah, pump cam assortment 120077. And I noticed, I came over and I looked, and you can see the pink ones back there, kind of see it. But then I noticed there's one screw, and you can see the hole is misaligned. So it's actually shoving that one farther down, and it's not actually actuating the pump shot. You can see I moved the throttle, and it's not actuating the pump shot. I mean, that's quite a bit of throttle, and it's not moving the accelerator pump rod till it gets to way over here. So that's a big issue. So I'm gonna get that swapped out with the new one. Change the discharge nozzles. Probably won't do the power valve right away. I might, and I'll kind of see where it's at with just changing out this pump cam and the discharge nozzles. Okay, so I have to correct myself real quick. A lot, actually. The pump kit, these pump cams, which, yes, I had to look up. The 2 holes in them, right? So this is the one that came out. It has 3 holes. Like, this is a different one, and it only has 2 holes. They have different profiles, is what it is. So you only use 1 hole. And if you look at the back, it has position 1, position 2, position 3. And then this one doesn't, yeah. God, you can see it so much better in the camera. Position 1, position 2. So what you do is when you stick this in, now I already put the blue one in as per recommended, the dude, I don't remember his name, but I will look it up. So I put that one in. So what you're doing is you're lining up that top hole with one of these holes. So that'll be position 1, and then if you roll it up, that'll be position 2, and it gives you 2 different profiles to this pump cam. And the other thing you have to do is adjust your pump arm. This nut, you have to adjust it on, I believe, both sides, and I have to do that next so that you don't basically over plunge and shove the plunger too high and possibly rip the diaphragm in there. So I'm going to do that next. Apparently you have to go wide open throttle and then check that you have a little bit of clearance between the bolt head and the actual pump accelerator pump arm. So I'm going to do that next. So far I've got the blue one in and 1 discharge nozzle in the front, and I'm going to see how that responds right after I adjust the accelerator pump arm. I will check and see. Basically it's like 15 thousandths. It's kind of like a business card pretty much, because that's kind of how we used to do points way back in the day. So I'm going to double check that real quick and then come right back. So I got that adjusted. I got it running now because basically it just pukes fuel every time you full throttle it. I needed to tighten it just a couple of turns, and now it's got a little bit of extra room at the bottom. The back one was pretty good, so I didn't change that pump cam. You can see there's another one in there. I didn't change that one, but just with that pump cam and that discharge nozzle, it is 1,000 times better. Before, I couldn't even really blip the throttle. It would blip, brum, blip, brum. Now it's very responsive. Way night and day difference. So Let me shut it off. So, like, night and day. Now, I haven't driven it. That's just here, but absolute night and day difference. And the user or viewer, whatever, nasty Z28 dash my 2NDA. Not sure, but that dude recommended all of this stuff. Which, I mean, I bought extra discharge nozzles by accident. May have bought an extra power valve by accident. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, all this stuff was fairly inexpensive, cheap, and it worked. So the discharge comes in two, and it comes with a bunch of washers that fit under the screw and seal it right there, because it's like a bevel head screw. So you put this in, you smash it down, and that's actually creates a seal. So I have 3 extras, 3 spares, whatever, and then 2 discharge nozzles and a whole bunch of pump cams. So I will push Ryan's car out. I got to spin it around to get it on the lift, because I'm going to do the mounts and everything from underneath. But I will take this for a ride today, but I'm already super impressed. Like, just in that little bit, because other than that little stumble off idle, like where you just tip it in, it blah, 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 and then it drives through that, other than that, it runs awesome. So that was the only issue we had, and hopefully that's resolved. I mean, to be honest with you, I think the only other thing would be do the rear pump shot, like change the cam in the rear pump shot with one. There's charts too that show how these react, and maybe the rear discharge nozzle and the power valves. But I can't complain right now. Everything works real good. I do know that one major very first thing that you need to do is the float levels, and I have them so there's just a bubble at the top of the sight glass. You can see that bubble, you can see that bubble. So that's where I have them on this. Yeah, I can't be happier. I can't thank that dude enough. I was basically going to order an entire jet kit and power valve kit, and I probably would have spent $900. Could have just bought fuel injection, but no worries. Sorted, pretty much. Super happy. So that's kind of where I'm at today, other than flipping the cars around, and getting to work on Ryan's, mounting the radiator and stuff like that. I'm going to clean up all the bars. Like, I'm going to get rid of that, this. I got to clean the bottom tubes where I cut it off. I'll clean this one up where there's a big weld. This one, I'm probably going to take this off and figure out something else to mount the top of the radiator. I might do 2 mounts off the radiator, so I might do like maybe just through bolt it or something, maybe a rod with a tap so I could thread it right in. I think that would be pretty nice. But weld a couple of tabs off the radiator, call that done. Then I can work on mounting his intercooler. I gotta change out, I gotta get him out of the car. I have all the quick couplers, all the 3.5 to go on the intercooler. I have 2 for the intercooler, and then I have 1 for the compressor housing. So I got to get this taped up. Yeah, because I'm not going to take it off. I'll tape this up and then get to work on cutting all this stuff apart and keep it on. So for this one, that's it. This is a Nova. Appreciate you watching. Super happy. Thanks for subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't. It's free. Leave me a comment. I always love comments. Hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and have a good day.